Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And in a feminized queendom society, women have rule and control over the men. Now, what sparked my interest in doing this video was a woman stopped by earlier. A woman stopped by earlier. I'm obviously at work, and a woman stopped by earlier, and she didn't have a car to get in or whatnot. So when I went out to speak to her, come to find out, she's the president of the whole company. Now, this whole idea of having female mayors and having female bosses and having female managers and female presidents and female CEOs of corporations, all of this is Esau. All of this is Esau Edom's idea. And he's proud about what he does. Now, when you read the book of Job, I believe it's 39 verse 17. Okay, it clearly tells you that the Lord have deprived women of wisdom. So if you really want to destroy a country, well, make the women the rulers, the leaders. Make them your managers. Because a company like that is not going to last around too long. Because women don't deal with logic. They don't deal with understanding. They don't deal with reason. Their judgment is based on their emotions. And when you judge by emotions, that becomes a very dangerous thing, because you can end up making regrettable decisions in life. So this is a feminized society. And when you look all around you, who got all these super high positions amongst these different jobs? The women does. Oh, yeah, Isaiah 3. So I'm going to read this in Isaiah 29, verse 16. This is a message to the so-called white man. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Because the proper order of things is what? The man is the head of the household. Okay, the man is supposed to rule the house. The man is supposed to be the ones working. Okay, if you do have a boss or a manager, or if there is a president or a CEO of the company that you work for, it's supposed to be a man. Women are not supposed to be working. And another reason why a woman is not supposed to be working is because that's how adultery happens. What, you thought adultery only happened at schools, colleges, and clubs? No. Adultery also happens at your job. Do you know how many men that have women that work overnights? And when it's just a woman and a man by themselves, don't you know she's getting popped by a man that she has an interest in? She's getting popped by another man that she have an interest in. She like him because he appears to be charming, and, you know, especially amongst these high-paying office jobs that requires you to be around overnight. When it's just a tiny bit of people, you better best believe the man and the woman are both going to the bathroom and they're getting it in. So your woman, she's getting popped by another man while she's at her job site. Meanwhile, if the man comes home late from night from popping a woman who may not have a man, he gets a lot of lip service from his woman. Like, you goddamn hypocrite. So everything has been turned upside down in this society. Or, you know, you might have a woman, she might be working at her job and she might be flirting with another guy, trying to hit on another guy, trying to get his number. And that's why we always tell you, brothers, walk with discretion, man. Walk with discernment. Walk with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Because you might end up committing adultery with a woman who might have a man. And it's funny because in some cases, you might ask her if she have a man and she might tell you no. Even though she might have a man. Or if she if she knows she got a man and she, you know, feeling guilty in her conscience, she might ask you, well, what does that have to do with me and you? Well, it has a lot to do with me and you. You belong to another, you're another man's property. The fuck you talking to me for? You know, and you see, that's why women are not supposed to have jobs. But in this upside down, proud ass society, you got women who are your bosses, your managers, who work alongside you at your job. You got women who are your presidents and your CEOs of these corporations. You got women who are your mayors. Women who are judges. A woman is not fit to be a judge. You know what happens when a woman is a judge? She might give another woman a slap on the wrist because she might be crying in court because she murdered her husband, right? She might have murdered her husband, or she might have murdered her brother. So, you know what I mean? If the judge is a female, she might feel bad for her. She might be lenient in her mind. Well, you know what? I'm glad that you're showing remorse and this, that, fourth, and the other. But unfortunately, like, she'll still give the woman jail time, but it'll be nowhere near as much prison time as a man will get. You see, if it's a woman and she murdered her brother and the lawyer is able to give her a justifiable cause as to why it happened, oh yeah, she more than likely she's gonna get like, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 years in prison. Then after that, she gonna be out. But let a man murder his brother, right? Or his wife. You better best believe he's getting 40 years in prison. You know why? Because the judge was angry at his story. And the Holy Scriptures clearly tell you that if a person commit murder, you're supposed to put him to death. So women don't deal with logic. They deal with their emotions. They're not fit to be bosses or managers or mayors or presidents or CEOs of corporations or judges. Period. So surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest? So, I mean, that's pretty much all I needed to read there. Okay, now let's get this. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. The children here is not talking about actual children. It's talking about the nation of Edom, the youngest nation on the planet. Because before the nation of Edom even came on the scene, every other nation was already on this planet. Okay, the Ishmaelites was already on this planet before the nation of Edom came along. The nation of Elam was already here, which Ishmael is the Arabs, Elam are the East Indians, Ham are the Africans. You know they've been around long before the nation of Edom came on the scene. Japheth, which are the Hawaiians, the Samoans, the Etruscans. Those are your Japhetic people. And then you got Moab and Ammon, who was born, you know, from Lot, long before Edom came around on the scene. One moment, I'm at my job site, so I have to let this truck in. I'll just cross that out. Washington Mills, number of visitors. I'm not sure what building he's going to though, but I'll just put him down for 642. More than likely he's going now. Building 84. All right, Salakia for that. You know, and like I said before, I'm currently at my job, so I have to let somebody in if they're a contractor. But yeah, the children here is talking about the nation of Edom, which are so-called white people, and that's starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of these nation of people. Okay, those are our oppressors. The ones who have control over the planet Earth today is the nation of Edom, which are the so-called white people, starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation of people. So, at the end of the day, it was the so-called white man's idea to put the woman above the man, because he's a Queer, and I'm just going to call it how it is. Okay, he's effeminate. He naturally wants to be a woman, and he's a weirdo, and he's into little children, 5 years old, 6 years old. So I don't need to say anymore. Okay, the devil is in rulership. And therefore, because he has the power to do these things, he put the woman above the man. And that's why this whole society is out of whack. And then you got dudes on this planet that's okay with that. Ooh, boy, let me calm down. How the hell are you going to be okay with a woman ruling over you? Especially when the Holy Scriptures calls the woman the weaker vessel. So as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. Right. And that's why the Holy Scriptures say, give not thy strength unto women, neither that to the way of that which destroyeth kings. Give not thy strength unto women, neither give that to her which destroyeth kings. Because if you give a woman power, man, then the way of kings is going to be destroyed. Okay? What is a monarch? They'll tell you that a monarch is a male or female ruler. No, that's not what a monarch is. There's no such thing as a female monarch. And don't you dare mention the word queen, because the word queen means a whore. A queen is a effing whore, okay? So don't you dare mention the word queen, because the word queen means whore. A queen has nothing to do with a female ruler. And there's all kind of queens walking around this damn world, dressed all slutty and shit. And some of the biggest hypocrites on this planet are you women. Okay? Take a hint. Okay? Verse 13. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. Okay, and this queendom is going to be judged. This effeminized, wicked society is going to be judged. Because it's being ruled in unrighteousness. Nope. Go back. Hold on. I'm looking for something. I'm pretty sure it's Ezekiel. It could be Ezekiel 33 or 31. I just don't want to take the time to actually guess. Okay, so it's Jeremiah 31, not Ezekiel. So Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou black backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man." And why is that? Because the world's being ruled by FAGGOTS. Fucking bitches, man. But that's who the world's being ran by, the so-called white man, who is a natural born FAGGOTS. Yep, that's why the whole world is out of whack. Oh, yeah. And also, okay, yep, it says a woman shall surpass a man. So now, let me get that in the book of Proverbs. Okay, so this is the book of Proverbs 29, verse 2. One moment. I gotta let this other guy in too. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every single person on this planet loves having a woman rule over them. Okay? Actual men, real men, actually do exist on this planet. Real actual men do exist on this planet. And there's a lot of men on this planet that is not okay with a woman being over them. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So guess what? We're in mourning. Because the wicked, which is the so-called white man, have control over the whole earth. Okay? He has control over the whole globe. That's why we're seeing chemicals in the air, chemtrails being sprayed on a daily. That's why there's microcosmic shrimp in your water. That's why there's chlorine in your water. That's why there's fluoride in your water. That's why there's lead in your water. That's why your water is coming out of a faucet that's made from Teflon, which is the same chemicals used to make pots and pans, also known as perfluorooctanic acid, which is known to cause diabetes, osteoporosis, infirmity of the eyes, weakening of the immune system, okay? Corroded teeth, hypertension in pregnancy, cancer. And that's why it's not a good idea to cook from Teflon pots. It'd be more safer for you to cook from an iron skillet. But even then, you know, iron, too much iron in the body is not good for you. If you're gonna get you pots and pans, make sure you get you pots and pans that's actually made from silver or gold. You know? Okay, and this is going to be my last scripture. Then I'm going to close it out, because the point's pretty much been made. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because in the kingdom of heaven, you ain't gonna never hear about a woman ruling over a man. Okay? Those days are gonna be out the door. You know, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, there shall be no more sorrow, no more pains, no more cries, for the former things are passed away. So you're never going to hear about you're not going to hear about a woman being a CEO or president of a company. You're not going to hear about a woman, you know, being a boss or a manager. For those days are over. Those days are long over. In the kingdom of heaven, there ain't gonna be no such thing as that kind of shit anymore. So that's why if you're a Hebrew Israelite man in this truth, you should really be hastening for Yahweh to come back, man, to liberate us from an unjust society. Because this kingdom is wicked. And indeed, Yahushua is going to come back. But we need to be hastening for that to come, man. You know, you should be mourning over the simple fact that women have power over you, man. Because it's not supposed to be like that. According to the Holy Scriptures, hold on. Salak. My manager is outside too. Let me see. Head. Okay. That's in the New Testament. Bear with me for one moment. Okay, here it is. Good morning.
Good morning.
Salak. No, that was my manager just now. She just came in. So I just waited for her to go, you know, go in the other room while I finish up this video. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians 11 verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua. So the head of every man is Yahushua. What does that mean? That means Yahushua is over us. Okay, that's what it means. Yahushua is the true name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. So the head of every man is Yahushua. So that means that Yahushua is over us. Okay? And the head of the woman is the man. So what is Paul saying here? He's saying that he's saying that the man is over the woman. And that's the natural order of things. So the man is supposed to have more power than a woman. But everything has been turned upside down in this society. Okay? And the head of Yahushua is the Most High Yahweh. So the Most High is over Yahushua. Yahushua is over the men, and the men is over the woman. That's the natural fucking order of things. And this goddamn devil done fucked it all up. So when Yahushua come back, he gonna put his foot in this Edomite ass, okay? He gonna put his foot in this devil's ass. Because the Lord is not with this rulership. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.